long weekend. I mowed the grass and I took the dogs for a hike. I wrote a long letter to a new friend. Put a new chain on my dad's old bike. I didn't leave the farm once. There's nothing for me in that big town. A couple good shows coming up, but till then I'll keep my head down. And Jesse's coming over, bringing me the news from the rest of the world. Baby's best friend, and from LA, they're in the rain talking about that crazy ass girl. The boys are on the front porch, proving they can weather out the storm. That's okay, boys. I think I just sit back inside here where it's
Hello.
Well, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to James River Brewing.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful in here. How long have you been here?
Well, we've been in the building for a while. We've been open now about almost a week tomorrow.
Awesome. My name is Robin Hoffman.
Robin, Chris, Kyle.
Nice to meet you. I'm a public artist here in Scottsville, and some people might ask, what's a public artist? Well, a public artist can be somebody like yourself who is a business person who can get the town interested in some fun, in some wonderful architecture, in some wonderful craft that can adorn your store and your place, and all of it makes for a wonderful experience. So I'm so happy to meet you today.
Well, very nice to meet you. I think you came to the right place.
Oh wow! So well, it's a wonderful time of the year. It's like October, and I want to say that because I'm very interested in landscape painting and things like that, and especially when the colors are actually every season really interests me. I was wondering if I could also do your caricature when I talk to you.
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Now, I noticed as we walked in here, by the way, that you have a certain kind of ambience right away. I mean, I feel it as an artist. You know, I very much attribute my inspirations to a place where I have atmosphere. And for instance, historically, people have come from, you know, different areas to go to see a place that they can sit and feel like they're very comfortable and that they're having a very good time just by the ambiance. And this place is just amazing. First of all, what you're leaning on right here is incredible. So can you tell me a little bit about how you decided to, I guess, pick an architect or whatever?
There's a lot of hands in this room. Obviously, the centerpiece for us was having this beautiful Virginia white elm barn that was picked out by our architect, Fred Esch, from Rick Miller's woodshop down at Logs and Lumber. And
oh! And look over here!
Robin, what a coincidence!
So here we have Fred Esch. I mean, you know, I am always surprised in my show. Who would show up in a place like this? Of course.
Well,
because look, oh my goodness, not only are you awesome to be here while we're, you know, introducing this wonderful place to Charlottesville and the surrounding areas. Scottsville is in Scottsville, but I mean, so what did you do? How did you get this ambiance in here so beautifully?
well, you know, as Chris was saying, really, we had Chris and Dustin put together a wonderful team. We had some really good, very talented craftspeople that were working in here with us, and we were able to find some wonderful pieces of elm, which is basically an extinct species, so we're kind of giving it a new life. And so yeah, we all just worked so well together, and we put it together, and this is the product of all of our working together.
Yeah, but
It's great.
you're all about material. I mean, come on. Tell us everything. Tell us what this is. This is feely, touchy.
Well, yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
in here already, I'm like having a good time. Just because I'm in here with this beautiful.
You're so kind.
No, seriously, with this beautiful material that makes you feel so warm and inviting. I mean, you know, you need that to help hang out and relax somewhere.
Yes, and I think part of what makes the space work too is also because it is fairly small, and so it has a real nice feeling of intimacy, and people are very comfortable in here. Natural materials and finishes, so it just, you know, and all good people come in here, so it's just a great ambiance and a good feeling all the way around.
Well, I'm gonna set up my easel over here. You guys enjoy. I don't know if you want to introduce. This is also a genius artist. Happens to be Fred's son that came here. But I was very surprised.
Hello.
So introduce yourself. Why don't you?
Hello, my name's Arian Esch. I'm a local artist in Charlottesville as well, and I happen to be Fred's son.
And you're not having a very good time over here, are you?
No, not at all.
Well, seriously, one of the things I like to do is invite my art into a new place and to get something going for the artists, you know, in Charlottesville and Scottsville. In other words, what happens notoriously in communities is that artists will show their work in the new stores and the stores and then have art openings. So we have a following. I have a following. People buy my work. And so I invite all the people that buy my work, and they invite other people, and then all of a sudden the entrepreneurs get a lot of money for their, you know, whatever their products are. But it's because of the artists. So it's an economic reason for artists to be supported. And it helps the whole community because then the employees, oh, well, look who's here. We have an employee.
Hi.
What's your name?
Summer Chaffman.
And so, Summer, what do you do here?
I'll be helping with managing the office and the tasting room and jumping in and working behind the bar here some and serving up the fine, tasty brews.
So,
here.
oh, it's so nice to meet you, by the way. And so,
Thank you. Great to meet you.
I mean, I love women entrepreneurs here in Charlottesville and also in Scottsville. I've met a lot. And I'm from New York, but I have to say that, you know, the intelligence and the energy that women have here is what keeps me here. Yeah. So, thank you so much for introducing yourself and for
You're
working
welcome.
so hard for this effort because this place is awesome. And so I just want to go back a little bit to the painting part. So I brought some paintings here, and this is pretty much how an artist can decide with the entrepreneur if something fits their space. They can bring paintings in, they can show it on their laptop computers, but for the most part, I like to bring my paintings in. I like for people to...
Here comes our president and head brewer.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what a surprise!
Hello.
Hi, I'm Robin Hoffman, and you are?
Dustin Castor.
Wow, so you brew?
I do brew.
Whoa, so this is so cool. We need to talk about this. So where do you brew all this, Master?
Well, it's on the other side. Here, let me show you.
Okay, let's go. So this is the office. I need some paintings in here.
Right now you're walking through what will soon become our taking and bottling area. Right now that this is kind of where we're doing a little bit of the extra construction, and that is our walk-in.
Nice.
But over here we have a little production area. We're kind of just a barrel and a half of a system, but this is my hot liquor tank, my mash tun, and my boil kettle. And my grains over there get milled and then put into my mash tun, where I bring in hot liquor, or my water at 155 degrees, bring it into here, let my grains steep, and then I bring it over here to my boil kettle.
Whoa, look at this. This is beautiful down here, by the way. I mean, if you have any space for me, I would like to do some sculpture down here or something. Yeah, it's an awesome space.
Yeah, right now we've got tons of awesome space, but it's soon going to be really filled in. We're going to have like these big 10-barrel tanks being brought in, and this is just going to be lined in here. It's going to be lined very much like what you're going to see this small room being lined.
Does Fred have anything to do with this space? Fred Nash?
Well, Fred's helped us out on a lot of stuff, but he's going to help us with a lot of the environmental factors of this.
Like, who put this together?
Actually myself and a couple others.
Cool.
Yeah, no, we sat there and hung this. I drilled the holes and held the door and everything else.
Oh my goodness, you guys are such entrepreneurs. Let me do that again.
But yeah, over here, like I said, when we actually start doing some more of our greener type of ideas that we want to actually do, we want to do some radiant flooring technology where we want to be able to pump in the steam is going to be generated from my large boil kettle into the floor. So we actually recycle this type of material.
That's why we need to buy your product, because you're looking for it being environmentally sound, a homemade product that, you know, you can rely on the owners, the individuals, not some investment person who just like buys up companies and doesn't even know what's going on person. You're hands-on, you're watching every single step of the way.
I really like to use the term responsible. I try to stay away from most buzzwords, but I really like the term responsible when it comes to what we want to do here. I want to be economically responsible. I want to be socially responsible. There's a lot that we owe this community by bringing this business in here. This isn't just something that we can just stamp down here and expect to make a bunch of money and, you know, we've got a big social responsibility. We've got an economic responsibility, and of course the environmental responsibility. We're on the creek that feeds directly into the James. You know, being such a large watershed, and we're working with the James River Association for conservation. There's a lot of things we want to do, and it's one step at a time. And thankfully, Fred has stepped in and helped bridge some of that gap. In here, these all represent different beers and fermentation. This is only one on this rack. This rack was filled yesterday. These beers had got moved to kegging. And they're going to be filled up again probably today. So.
Wow. So this is, and now how did you know about this?
Well, I started home brewing when I was in college, but home brewing gives you the basic concept. After that, I took a volunteer position while I was in Kansas working at a small brew pub. But later I moved to Germany, and while in Germany I worked under the table at a little brew house in Fulda.
Can I close this?
Yeah, please.
I just want to hear the snap. Oh, that's so awesome. This door, how heavy is this door?
The door itself is in the 150-pound range.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you were in Germany. You know, I actually think that that's an amazing eclectic mix of your ownership and your team, so to speak, your business partners. Everybody comes from a different place, which, you know, the idea is that you always bring ideas back to, you know, some...
Absolutely.
So how did that happen? Like, one is from Washington, one is from...
I'm from Kansas.
Kansas?
Of all places. I was an anthropology degree holder with specialized in archaeology. Got another degree in biology and minors in geology and geography.
Oh.
I've got a lot of earth science, and I've taken a lot of chemistry and stuff like that.
Nice. That sounds so awesome. So, and then where does everybody else come in? How do they come into the mix?
As far as business partner? Or?
Yes.
Well, Chris and I met down here. We met at the old 330 restaurant. And when we met there, I was just kind of passing through. I had taken a job at Monticello at the time. And I was doing a little archaeology there, and I had looked at just being in Scottsville then gone.
Really?
And, yeah, we started talking about what do we want to do? Like, you know, like what would be good, you know, business practices.
Yeah.
And the idea of this really kind of sprung from that.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt again,
Yeah,
but
no.
look, one of the most important things for me as a customer is to go to the bathroom, especially when I'm having a very good time in a restaurant. And can you imagine anything nicer and more awesome than this? So you're comfortable, you come in and you can check yourself out. Oh my God, look at my hair. But, and then there's this wonderful, is this another Fred Esch thing?
Well, that is some of the wood that we got from Fred Esch.
Oh.
But we had another gentleman put it up. The light diffuser we got from another place. The backing there was done by a gentleman by the name of Eric Adams, along with the tile work. I mean, you can't look at anything in this entire place and think that it's been a single person.
Such a feel place. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a good time already, and I didn't even sit down and enjoy a beer yet. I mean, like, this is awesome. So, so here we are, and I do want to look at this again. This is, I can touch this and I can explain how I feel already. I mean, this is very warm and inviting. So if I'm sitting here, I can really appreciate, this is amazing, this place. And look at the windows and stuff. I mean, because here we are in Scottsville. It's a beautiful community town. And you can appreciate the architecture, and what you've done to put this together is that you've enhanced it. And not only with your product, which is going to be awesome to have here, for everybody to just walk over here or come from, the James River on a nice boat trip or whatever, and bring some of the stuff with them. Well, it's kind of illegal, but anyway. And then, just enjoy a picnic in their wonderful park over here. They have a wonderful park over here. And just to taste everything. Now, so do you do tastings? What's the deal with that? I'm going to do a caricature while I talk to you.
Absolutely. We do tastings. We do flights of all of our different beers. As well as we can sell pints now. SB 604, which was an awesome little bill that passed back on July 1st, or was put into action on July 1st, allows for breweries now to be on the same par as wineries. And we can sell by the glass, and we can sell growlers, and we can sell kegs to go. We've got a bunch of things that we can sell.
And so when you, sorry, sometimes this wants to cooperate. This is my mother gave this to me when I was a little kid. So I must use it for the rest of my life now.
Of course.
But no, it's so awesome. They don't make them like this anymore with a little, footer. And I can just put my stuff over here and go anywhere. I go like to Canada. I go to like Scottsville Farmers Market every Saturday. So I did people like Rob Bell and what's the name of the mayor again?
Mayor Grove.
Mayor Grove. I did characters of them, and they gave me money for the benefits of some charities, whatever it was. I don't even know.
Awesome.
Habitat, whatever they want. And then I also have a donation can, so I make money back for myself. I tell them, look, somebody's got to pay for these materials, But in the meantime, I get very good karma, and I get to meet. See, this is the UVA staff, and these are like I made them into superheroes. So this is like security guy and transport. These are real people in the triage. They've been there like 32 years, whatever. And lab lady and nurse Betty or whatever. And then they took these images from the computer and they floated them on mobiles. It's funny. Well, you can do the computer nowadays. So and then I put my little sign up over there in Scottsville. So anyway, continue, please. Let me hear more about you. And I'm going to do a caricature actually event, which means that I'm going to take out my stuff from my backpack, which I bicycled here today.
I was wondering whose bicycle that was out front.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I try to be as green as I can. And also to show the viewing audience that what I have in here, I don't mean to put this on the bar right now because it's just so, I love it. It's so sculptural. It's so, you can see every single grain, but you can also feel it. Like you can feel the warmth. So
there's a couple of things to note in the design of this room. When Dustin and I got the building, I don't know how many months Dustin and I stared at this room over here, which prior to us was a doctor's office. If you can't imagine any more sterile place to stare at. It was a doctor's office, and without much idea of exactly how we wanted to do it, we had a very rough idea. It wasn't until Fred came in with the amazing concept for the bar top with the natural wood curves in it, that everything else kind of fell into place behind that, with a lot of other artisans. The John Koski coming in to do the copper work, the handmade sink in the bathroom.
Yeah, tell me about that. That is beautiful. So that's your what's that called?
Our tap selection?
Tap selection.
Yeah, that goes right up our walk-in. The walk-in on the backside, those go right back to there, and we're able to pull our beer from kegs.
That was a product of a terrible mistake on my part. There was actually supposed to be a wall there, but when we put in the support beam behind it, we were forced to move the walk-in freezer forward, and when that happened, the solution was tap right through the walk-in cooler, and so really just beyond that copper 6 inches is where all of our kegs and cooling is.
Really?
So, yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing this caricature of you guys. So what I like to do for, let's say you want to make a advertisement with it. So I kind of try to put your nuances in. Now, do you have a family here in Dustin?
No, my family's still all back in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
I just I've got a aunt who lives up in Maryland, but that's the closest family. I did have a friend who I went to college with just moved to Richmond, which was kind of exciting, from Kansas.
Really?
Yeah. It was kind of neat to get somebody around here, but yeah, no, all my family's back in Kansas.
So now, do you find that your cultural backgrounds, in terms of like where you guys originated from, is that complement yourselves, or how do you feel? Do you even realize it yet?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm in a very, very different culture here than what I've been used to.
I think our backgrounds complement me and Dustin. We both come from an outdoor area. I grew up in Seattle, Dustin, and I grew up, hunting and fishing through the Midwest. So we both had that in common.
So you would appreciate this. On my way here today, I actually took my car and ran, not over, but the wheels missed it. But there was this turtle, and it had its legs out, and you could see it because it was raised, and one of its arms was like, and I think it was giving me the bird. But anyway, go on. I'm sorry. I needed to tell you that. It was on the way here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
One of the things that Dustin and I gravitated towards each other when we ended up in Scottsville was the fact that we both really enjoyed the river. For us to be able to get out on the river and go fishing, that was an immediate bonding area for us. Both of us had a lot of appreciation for the opportunity to live right here on the horseshoe bend of the James. So that kind of got Dustin and I's friendship started, I think.
So now, we talked a lot about Dustin's past a little bit. I mean, a lot, not enough. I should say not enough. We should come back here in 6 months and talk about all your experiences here in Scottsville and all the Charlottesville experiences and the towns surrounding. So what about the other partnerships or the other people that work here? How did you guys come to that? There's a lot of people here, for instance, who like to know how to start a business. So what was?
Definitely not the way we did. We certainly took the hardest road possible trying to put this together, because initially it was an idea that Dustin and I sat around and sketched on napkins, and we had this grandiose dream of building a brewery, and without the means to do all that, and we definitely took uncharted waters trying to put that together. It would be hard to recommend to people that they do it the way we did it.
We took a very sacrificial path, in the sense that to be able to do this, we had to put in a lot of significant hours, a lot of footwork, a lot of beating on doors, talking to people, really sitting down, trying to go over a business plan, rehashing everything. And at the same time, we had to really cut back on our living expenses, find out how to really live poor again. It was...
And it never would have happened I don't think probably in any other town without the people that stepped up to help us along the way.
Yeah, I like to hear that.
Which is, I probably couldn't name them all the people that have stepped up just in the community, which just has an amazing resource of artisans around here. And it seems like every time we run into a roadblock, somebody else it has been right there to pick us up and keep us moving forward.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, well, we are so lucky to have you guys here, and I couldn't really do what I wanted to in this little drawing, but do you have a favorite color?
Green, actually.
Good. Because I always ask people what their favorite color is so that I don't have to think of one. You know, it sort of helps me, I'm sorry. And then I just kind of like put you in there real quick, and then, so is there anything you want to say to people? Where are you from? Washington?
I'm from Kansas.
Kansas,
She's from
Washington.
Yep.
You want to say anything to them? To your family and all that? I mean, I always try to offer, you know, a little bit of personal
Thanks for
stuff.
supporting me. It's been a long road, and I know that they didn't always think I was going to make it. And they stuck through it, and they've been as supportive as any family can be from, 6 states away. So, yeah, thanks.
And you, what do you have to say about people that supported you or anything?
I mean, I really can't thank people enough. I mean, they're from just having an idea and coming up with a plan, and kind of waving a banner of, hey guys, we think we can do this, and the amount of people that just really took faith in that.
What's your favorite color? I'm sorry.
Green.
Okay.
Makes it easy for me. The amount of people that really stepped up and said, you know what, we think you guys have a good plan, and have stepped up around. And it's really a tribute to this town and this area around Charlottesville here. We've been very, very lucky, very, very fortunate to have the people and be in the community that we're in, and we take it very personally that we hope to continue to honor that and make them proud for the efforts they give us.
Well, that's for me is that you guys are making your brave souls. You know, your bravery is what is giving back to the community right away. Your hard work, your, as you said, responsibleness. And so the community owes you. And so we want to thank you very much, and I just want to give you your caricature today, which didn't really get finished or whatever, but here it is. And, there was so much to see here. There's so much to enjoy. And so I want to thank you guys so much for being the business, wonderful entrepreneurs that you are.
Thank you very much.
I just want to give you a hug.
And even as much as the artisanship of the place is simply incredible, the one thing we really hope people come down and enjoy, come enjoy our beers.
I'm gonna.
For
This
us,
is awesome.
First and foremost,
So-
it is about the beers we make.
I see mountains rising, face and I stare.